we have to show that angle OPM is congruent to angle KLO. Let me shade this angle. We have to show that angle OPM. So this angle is congruent to KLO, to that angle. To show that these two angles are congruent, we will show that triangle KPN and KLM are congruent. Let me shade these two triangles. So we will show that triangle KLM, so this triangle, is congruent to that. Let me write this. We will show that triangle KLM is congruent to triangle KPN. Why? Because we see from our diagram that we have given that NM is equal to MO and MP is equal to OL. It means that this segment NP, this, is congruent to segment ML. And what we have given? That this side is the same like this. So let me write this from the beginning. We have that NP is equal NM plus MP. And we have on this diagram that NM is equal to MO because we have these two marks on these two sides. It means that they are congruent. So instead NM we can write MO because these two sides are congruent. MO. What else? MP has this one red mark. It means that this side is congruent to OL because this side has one red mark too. So we have plus OL, and this is equal MO plus OL is equal to this whole segment. So this is ML. We have that measure of NP is equal to measure of side ML. It means that side NP is congruent to side ML. I just used what we have given on this diagram. We have this expression from this that NM side is congruent to side MO and side MP is congruent to side OL. I just use what we have given on this diagram. So we got that MP is congruent to ML. What else? We have given these three marks on side KN and KM. It means that these two sides are congruent too. So we have that KN is congruent to side KM. What else? we have given that angle N has 65 degrees. And here we have straight angle. Straight angle has 180 degrees. And we have given this part of this angle and that. So we can calculate this angle, because this angle is straight angle. So we can write that measure of angle M is equal NMK, measure of angle NMK, plus measure of angle KML plus measure of that angle LMP. So measure of angle M is 180 degrees, so we can put 180 degrees. This is equal. Measure of angle NMK is 65 degrees. Next, we have measure of angle KML, which we don't have, so we will copy. And we have plus measure of angle LMP. This is 50 degrees. So we can calculate measure of angle KML. Let me move 65 and 50 to the left side. So we will have 180 degrees minus 65 degrees minus 50 degrees. This is measure of angle KML. So I will change the sides, and we have that measure of angle KML is equal 180 minus 65 and 50. So this is equal 65 degrees. So we found measure of angle KML. And measure of angle KML is the same like measure of angle KNP. So let me write this, that measure of angle KNP is equal to measure of angle KML. And this is 65 degrees. So we can write that these two angles are congruent angles. So we have that angle KNP is congruent to angle KML. We have now, let me use different color on this diagram. We have already that this side is the same like that. This is the same like that. And here we have 65 degrees. And here is 65 degrees. So we can use now side angle side congruent postulate, because this side is the same like that, and this like that, and we have these two angles congruent. So by side angle side congruence postulate, we have that triangle KNP is congruent to triangle KML. So, because these two triangles are congruent, it means that corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. It means that the angle KLM is the same like angle KPN. So we can write that angle KPN is congruent to angle KLM. And because point O is on this segment, so we can write that angle OP and M is on this side NP, so we can write that angle OPM is congruent to angle KLO. So we have that angle OPM is congruent to angle KLO. Why I wrote this one more time? Because point O is on the segment KP, so instead of KP we have OP. And instead of N I can put M. It's different name for this angle. OPM angle is the same like angle KPN. It's just different name for this same angle. And the same we have this angle KLM. We can write different name for this angle is KLO. It's the same angle, the same measure of this angle. So this is my solution. We show that angle OPM is congruent to angle KLO.